apprehensive. I didn't think, I was pretty pissed off about having to come back, but actually it wasn't quite so bad as I thought. You know, I got into riding again. This is 22.
KCMB 322, King 1.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, summer, I like the summertime. I like the hot. You know, winter's okay, there's a lot more money, but and it's a lot harder, but the summer is more of a time to just relax, you know. Yeah, yesterday I was sleeping in the park. It was beautiful. So when it's this hot, you know, you like to take breaks, I guess, every once in a while. But the money, there's just no money in the summertime.
You know, and in the summer, it's particularly bad in the city in the summer. I think as far as your lungs go, you're filling it with carbon monoxide, so it's not healthy. You're killing brain cells.
People tend to drive more than they have to. I mean, it's a real convenience, thoughtless thing to do. It's like, you know, I went to the gas pumps today and gee, it was down to 69 cents. That means there's an unlimited supply. Why don't I fill my tank up and gee, I think I'll just go for a drive. I'll just go cruise around because it was 80 cents last weekend. Now it's cheap. They must be making lots more. No, man, it's running out. And when there's no more gas in your car, that also means there ain't a whole lot left to heat your house. There ain't a whole lot left to turn your lights on. I don't know, man. I haven't heard anybody say, yes, this is the new technology that's going to take over. It's in place. We're ready to go, just like a switch. No, man, that's not the way it is.
Did you hear about that? Some guy died, had heat stroke or something like that in practice, and he died. Professional football.
You ever
so that could happen anywhere. Oh yeah, I've had a few times. Just you know, start getting blurry vision and headaches and everything else, and then you call dispatch and say, look, I'm about to pass out from heat exhaustion, and he says, well, we need signatures in 5 minutes. You better hurry up. Yeah. So you hurry up.
So you better hurry up and pass out.
Yeah, and if you die, make sure we get our radio back. Okay? You'll owe us.
That they sort of, the courier companies prey on the desperate in a way. What I mean by that is that they can sort of get away with paying somebody $50 for a day's work, and there's nowhere they can really go. That's all they got going, type of thing.
I know, there's a lot of loopholes, a lot of little things that couriers get ripped off for. The company is looking to make every single cent that they can, and they generally don't care. You know, you don't work out, or I have a problem with you, you know, next. It's perfect for a lot of people. I've drank too much, I don't want to go to work. Okay. What's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to have to work for another company the next day.
I work for 2 companies. For one of them, I worked for about 6 months. When I decided to leave them, I get my last pay, and they deducted $100. So I called the guy. He's like, well, you know, it seems like you asked for a loan. And I go, I never asked for a loan. You know, they try to wear you down, so you don't call them anymore. You know, they have like a little box in a mailroom where they keep all their packages. So I told the guy, you know, if you don't pay me, I'm gonna get all the packages in your little box and then, you know, gonna burn them or throw them on the garbage or on the river. And you know, the guy's asking me, are you making threats? I'm like, you know, that's a fact. Next day, you know, there was a check on the box. So
a job, like a regular job, a civilian job, a business corporate job. You start in, and you know you're the low guy on the crap heap and stuff. And they give you a sort of unpleasant job here. All the photocopying's your job days. You know, that's kind of, but they got to treat you okay. But in the Navy and as a courier, man, they can treat you like dirt and get away with it. Because like, what are you going to do, right? You just can't say the Navy, I quit, and walk out. I mean, that's not how it works. And a courier, they replace you tomorrow. They don't care. So they really can treat you bad, like insult you and put you through it, and the worst jobs that can go on for months, you know. But those that last, I mean, it's a brotherhood.
Yeah. Well, I'll show my legs. I'm a courier, but I don't shape my legs. We're like the bad news bears and couriers at this company, but you look around, you go down the street, you can see lots of spandex, lots of shaved legs. Don't really fit in there. But, you know, that's why we all become couriers, eh?
I didn't really find it to be very friendly at the beginning, but, you know, there was a real crew of people that, you know, worked together and stuff for, you know, a fair bit of time, it seemed to me. So it was a sense of being an outsider. I know that I try to be more inclusive myself, because I remember.
You know what? Some of them subscribe to it more than others do, that's for sure. Some of them hang out downtown, some of them just hang out with couriers, some of them have completely different things on the side and buy courier on their own and don't really even know any other guys. That's the way I was for the first few years. I didn't know anybody. You know, I didn't hang out with any couriers, or I just did my job and whatever. But it's cool to also know a few guys.
19. 27. 35.
This package I have for 366 Adelaide, no one knows what it is.
Lovely. Hold on a second. I'm a babysitter to a lot of these people. People, you know, who don't come to work and don't even call in. You know, maybe they're in the hospital. The next day, when they call you like nothing's happened, you say, well, what happened yesterday? Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't feeling well. I went to bed at 10 o'clock the previous night and I slept right through the day. Yeah, weak.
7, Larry.
357.
Yeah, you got the wrong envelope there.
Man, we're gonna have to put you back on the training board.
Who else is calling?
206.
206?
Yeah, got all those on.
Let's leave Mount Pleasant, Keewatin, and the Upper Young at the drop.
I didn't get the Upper Young, but I'll go back and grab it.
We're not checking our sequences here, Robert. Come on, man. You know, like, I don't know why it took you so long to get all this stuff on. Okay, fine. Cancel that. Leave Keewatin and Mount Pleasant at the bottom drop, please. Holding 6. There's a Victoria at the drop. Grab that. Holding 7. Heading up. Right away, please, Robert. Come on.
Right. 408, 23. 25.
Hold on a second, guys.
65.
65.
Only 4 plus 2 headed up.
4 plus 2 on your way, Raj.
3.
7-3.
15 Richmond is Kim.
Okay.
And I can't pick up that Queen. It's not ready, and she's pissed off because couriers are coming early.
You know, if we're 5 minutes early, she complains, and if we pick it up 5 minutes after 4 o'clock, she complains.
So I left that. I'm gonna go do Church Victoria, I guess.
Who else is calling? 23. 423.
It somehow attracts a lot of goofy people, you know, like the courier industry attracts a lot of people who really dig just being on a bike all day and having fun. So there's a bit of a support system happening. You know, it's not as if you're in another kind of dead-end job where like you're the only one there. Like, say for example, you know, like a security guard, which is like, what can you hope for when you're a security guard? You know, you can be like a even cooler security guard. You can get like, you know, when you serve 10 years, you can get like a little bottle of mace, you know, to spray people down with. So you're hanging out by yourself the whole time.
There was a report on the news one morning about in the gym. These fucking people who go to work out to relieve stress. They got into a fucking big fight in the gym, you know, fucking gym rage now. We got gym rage, we got road rage, sidewalk rage, all kinds of rage.